Hey guys, I'm back again. Well, we're back. I've pretty much finished the little sparrow and I really love the way that he looks. So I'm back here to work on some of this. So with this, I'm probably just going to put that on there and then just do a bit of a kind of stitch will I have on that. Is that a good colour? No, it's too pink. Where are we? Maybe just some white. I might just tack that down with a white. I like the way that it looks. So when you get your piece, just sort of cut it up a little bit and then I'm just going to tack that down. This sort of has come apart a little bit. I don't know whether I want to keep, this has got a bit of an edge on there, whether I want to keep that or not. I don't think so. There we go. Because I may have to sew the edge anyway with something. Okay, yeah, you can just see it. That was just the end part of the fabric. Okay, now when you get your piece, you just cut it, you know, as close as you want to. I'm going to put it down and I may use some of this on it actually. Just to hold it down a little. This is like a fabric glue. I don't want it too thick because then it can end up with all blocky. Okay, that's going to go there, and I'm glad you can see a little bit of it. So that'll go about there. Hold that down and put a little bit of stuff on there to hold that down as well. So at this point we're just going to do a bit of placement. Now this doesn't have to be held down perfectly. Just enough to be held down. So I might, any of you guys that have watched Rachel's tutorials, you'll know. So that I'm just going to, I don't have to show you how to do it. All you do is just get a bit of a stab stitch and hold that down. So that's something I don't need to show you guys. Whereas here, I am going to do just a bit of a slip stitch. You know, I don't want it to be too perfect. I'm going to be stitching, you know, use the actual colour of the picture as a guide, and then this one I will probably do a little bit later. So I've got, I think this is the white. Where is it? Not that one. I think it might be this one. Is it that white? Yep. Because it is white on the edge, I'll just actually I might use this one. It's got a bit of a, isn't it funny you use the wonky ones have got a bit more of a give. I think that one's got a big eye. So what I want to do, I actually might get a pin and hold these down with the pin as well. That usually will help. Hold it down with a pin while I proceed to sew it. probably don't need this part here anymore. Okay. Ooh. It's a dangerous spot, this, I tell you. Now, I will probably start. Yes, that's good enough for me to hold that down there. I might start here. There's my little. And normally in the past, I would, you know, probably do a running stitch or whatnot, but I just want it to be held down. Doesn't have to be perfect. Keep telling myself that, and I've got to keep doing it. Just going to be held down because I look at the stuff that I got from the collaboration from you know, Rachel and some of the other girls, and they don't, this is how they hold their things down. I think, well, it works for them and I love what they gave me, so I've just got to learn to do it too. Okay, just sometimes you scoop up a little bit. It's just a little tacking stitch to hold it together. So yeah, I say that I really like that rusticy look. I've got to put my money where my mouth is, so to speak. If I like it, I should do it. Now I'll go across here and hold that down, and then I'm going to go back over the little bud to make that hold down. Okay, there we go. Since I've got such a small little piece left, I might as well just use it on here. So it feels really weird going that way. I'm gonna go that way. That's it. Some people could probably relate. There's certain ways that just feel right. So at this point, we are just tacking this little guy down with what they call, is it a stab stitch? Because all the other bits and pieces that we stitch on here is going to be holding that down like a lot more fully, if you know what I mean. So once I run out of this white, I'll replace it, and then I'll turn off the camera and come back when I've got all this being stitched down, because you got the drift of what you need to do. See, there are bits that are sort of sticking up, but that's okay. I've got to keep telling myself it's okay. I'm nearly running out of the white. Oop. So I might finish off here. Grab some more of the white, finish it off, and then I'll be back to start on some actual colour. Okay, oop. There we go. So hang 10, pretty basic, as you can see, just being held down very, very basically, because this is going to be all stitched, so that will hold it down. So I'll be back when all this is part has been stitched down. Okay, I'm back again. I just sort of glued this down a little bit because I want to sew around the outside of that in maybe a lighter colour, and I figured I might glue it with a little bit of this. I've just stitched around, as you can see, just holding it down. Okay, so I've got out, these are from my collaboration pieces. This one's from Sarah and that's from Rachel, and see how they've just, you know, like done this little slip stitch over top of their pieces, and how Sarah's stitched on the actual flowers using them like a guide. I did similar one on Melanie's piece because she had a flower that I, you know, wanted to do, and I really loved that look. So that's what we're going to be doing with the roses here today. I'll just put this down. So I don't know whether just have this here as inspiration, but I thought I'd show you that. Now, I have gotten out some of these, and I might even use that with that one. That does look rather pretty, because I haven't got a great deal of pinks. Might use some of that. And I've recently just bought some which I'm going to be using for my galah, and they're a little bit thicker. I think that one would probably be okay. That one's definitely the galah colours, but I think that's okay too. Sort of like a pinky, but I think that's probably a bit lighter. So what we might do is, I'll grab some of this. Might have to find myself a put it onto, and I want like one of these. That's the thing when you get it, the DMC in the like this. Just got this from my local craft shop. Now this is similar to that, but it's thicker, like it's a thicker size. So the smaller the number, this is a size number 5. She just doesn't have a great deal in yeah, that's number 5. So cotton pearl, and these are number 8. So the higher the number, the thinner they are. But I am going to, it may not get through that one. See, I'll use the one that I've got through there. Some of them have got different thicknesses. Here we go. I think that one will be good. And I probably will end up using that one as well, I think. Okay. Someone's revving up their car in the background there. So I may not do the wool, because after what I experienced with that, it was pretty tough. So I might just stick to the pearl cottons and the DMC threads with the embroidery of the flowers, I think. Okay, ugh, not always easy getting it through sometimes. So we'll get a fairly long bit. I have to be careful not to mess this up or we'll get knotted. Okay, there we go. Put that over there. So these may go somewhere else, and I'll probably end up using these colours. I think I do have a light pink, variegated light pink in here. I do. That might work too. There we go. And then I've got a reddy pink, Oh, that's nice. That works with that. So you just get out your bits and pieces that you think might match. I've got a light green there, but I've also got this green, which I'll use as well. There you go for the leaves. So I'll add all my different shades of pink. Okay, now this is quite a long piece, but once you start doing a satin stitch, and like on here, you really don't need to have it. She looks like she's just used DMC thread and just done different varieties of colours, and it doesn't have to be super close together like a satin stitch, because you've got the colour of the flower underneath. So you just want to highlight the flower. Okay, me faffing around with all this fabric and whatnot. Okay, here we go. So I might just start here. Where's my thing? Here we go. And just a straight stitch, and it's just a bit of colouring in. Actually, it looks like it hasn't gone all the way through. You've got to make sure you do that. You're not. Oh. There we go. There we go. No, I think it is not quite pulled out. I reckon there must be a knot in there. There is. Oh, joys. Oh well. And what I'm going to have to do is cut this off. And then start with that knot. There we go. Sorry about that, guys. Now, just need to do just some stitches and use the picture as a guide. And all it is just straight stitches. Pretty easy. Bit like what I did with my in my heart ones. I don't want to pull it too tight, and I'm not as fussed about having it too close together either. Go down there like that, and then come up here. See, as you can see on that one, I've just gone like that, and then this one I went sideways. So you know, you don't have to. You can see that's what Rachel has done as well. She's sort of gone all sorts of ways, and it looks really good. So this is where we throw away our perfection hat and just go with the flow. There we go. Whew, it's getting warm in here. May have to put my aircon on. We're in autumn at the moment. We're only at the beginnings of autumn, but yeah. And because this is a thicker strand, it does fill it up fairly thick. So This is not hard, as Sarah will attest to. It's just time consuming. So you just fill in, and that's why it's not so bad that we haven't got a massive flower. All depends which kit you chose, or whichever fabric you picked, how big your flower is. Now here, I'll come along here. By rights, you would go like that and then start, you know, all the way down the bottom there, but I just think I might continue on like that and do segments, still the same colour, but you know, you sort of tuck it in there next to it. Yep. I really do need to sew on the edge, I tell you. And then, you know, you go in next to it. And then for the next one, come out there. So there's a little bit that sticks out just here, like that. So we'll go across there and then back there. And then we can sort of go in, you sort of go in a little bit. See how that goes in like that? So that would have normally been one long strip, but I thought you don't always have to do it like that. It just gives it segments. There we go. Oh, tell ya, definitely do need to. Okay, so there's probably one bit left here to do, and then once again, I don't want to go all the way up to there because it'll just be too long, so I might just do it here and then come back. Hopefully you know, yeah, gonna see what I'm trying to do there. And I'll continue along here and go there, but then when I come back, I'll probably go from there to there and then continue along there. So that's what you do, and it really gives it a real 3D look. So that I'm just going to go in these pinky colours. I'll leave the white. I'll go in there like that. Probably on that one I'll have the darker red on there, and then with these vines here, you do a stem stitch, and on here, I don't know whether I'll do, how did she do on the, see, I think she just did the flowers like that along there. More of the work and all that kind of stuff were in the actual flowers themselves, but then the leaves, she did it a little bit there, so you can choose just to do those bits, or depends what the type of leaf it is. See how it's got those bits? I'll probably just highlight those, maybe do a little bit of the yellow or whatever on there. I'll probably make more of a feature of the leaves that are on top of there. Okay, now so what we do with this leaf, these leaves here, is we put them on, like I might cut that little bit off there. So we're going to stitch around them like I did with that, and I'm just going to draw. Actually, what I might do while it's there, okay, that. Just a bit of a thin line in the middle. And then what I'm going to do, actually I might have it like that. Now, pen. I'm just going to draw a branch. You probably won't be able to see it. I'm going to start from the top here and go all the way down to there, and then I'll branch out to here, and then have a branch coming out to there, and maybe even just a couple of little, you know, little branches with some buds or whatever on there. So what I would like to do with that, it probably would be really nice to do a bit of couching again with some of that, like do this. So I'll probably put it away, but I reckon I could bring it out again, or I might even bring out something a little bit more. Yeah, probably stick to that. That is a good colour. That's the one. It gives it a bit of 3D element to it. So what I'm going to do, so you continue along with that, and if you don't know how to do stem stitch, I've done it in some of my other ones, so I could probably demonstrate a little bit with that, but I think doing that sort of thing on there like that would be good. And so you know what to do with that, and then that'll attach onto there, and then this will attach onto there, and then onto there, and then I may just have little straggly bits maybe coming out, just so it's not just a branch, you know, with one little thing. And then I might even have a couple of little buds or something on there. Yeah, so that's what you do with the corner. If you're just doing, a lot of them just have the pieces, like some of them have that, and so you'll just end up with a bud, and you could probably just do, you know, just create your own leaves and do all sorts of stuff. I was originally going to, you know, some of them, the packs will have this sort of stuff in there, so you just continue doing your leaves along. Now let's have a look at the time. It's 28. What you do, I'll just pause it for a sec. Okay, back here again. What you do here is, this is the stem stitch. You just get your green. The reason I do a stem stitch is because it is thicker, so you just come out next to where you've started, then and then you end up going into the hole at the end. Now the stem stitch is good because it's thicker. So see, it's got a couple of these little dots and stuff on there. You can probably do little French knots and everything, so you would probably just do a couple of stitches along here with the same colour, diagonally, like that. Stem stitch, I would stem stitch this here, stem stitch here and there, and either a stem stitch or a straight stitch there. Probably stem, make it stand out a little bit more. And Might even do a little bit of colour on the edge to make that highlight a bit more. So there you go. So use this technique here for if you've got, you know, you want to make a branch, or if you just put a flower, or whatever it is you want to do. So this is pretty much the homework that you need to do in order to do the flower, and just colour it in. Use it as your guide and get out all your bits and pieces. If you want to see how this background has got this flower, you know, I could probably even do like a back stitch around there, and then do a back stitch on here and highlight some of these actual flowers on the actual quilt as well. I think definitely want to do it with that. Just stitch around it just to bring it out, and then I'm going to do something like some words and stuff on there. But once this is all finished and pretty, you know, like all that done, I will do another video and show you the finished one. But this is, as far as tutorial purposes, I think is all you need to know what to do. So yep, got plenty of homework to do. It's not fast, but it's simple, just straight stitches. So this technique, going every which way, choosing the colours appropriate to whatever fabric you've got. So I mean, in this one, some of you will have that one. I mean, you'll have an absolute ball. Like here, I think that's beautiful, French knots all in the middle there. So yeah, just little straight stitches. Remember, don't have to be perfectly close together. Leaving the white, I think, is nice because it gives it a little bit of texture if you're not colouring in all of it. If you choose to do the white, that's okay, but I think you don't need to do all of it. You need to leave some bits. So okay guys, well, I will catch you in the next video, which will probably, I'll show you the finished piece of this, and I'm not sure what we're going to be doing because I'm filming ahead. I never know where I'm up to. I might work again on my galah, or I'm probably going to be doing the next block of the month. So we'll see how we go. Okay guys, thanks for watching, and I really hope you enjoy doing this. I just think it is so cute. It's just going to be just like a little wall hanging. So yeah. Okay, bye. Thanks for watching.